Long ago, God made the heavens and the earth. His best creation was a beautiful garden called Eden. Eden was full of green plants, bright flowers, and clear rivers. It was a place where Adam and Eve had everything they needed. God gave them tasty fruits and vegetables to eat. They lived happily with the animals. There was no pain, no sadness, and no death. Adam and Eve were the first people God made. Adam was made from the ground and Eve from Adam's rib. They were made to love, think, and choose. God put them in charge of all the animals. They took care of the garden and its creatures. Eden was not just a place. It was a perfect, happy life. It was where people lived close to God, without any bad feelings. God gave Adam and Eve one simple command. You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. This tree symbolized the limits of human knowledge and the importance of obedience to God. However, a cunning serpent, described as the most cunning of all the wild animals, entered the garden. The serpent, in an attempt to deceive Eve, questioned God's command. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden"? The serpent tempted Eve with the promise of knowledge and wisdom if she ate the fruit from the forbidden tree. It said, "For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The serpent made the fruit seem desirable, appealing to Eve's desire for knowledge and her curiosity. Eve, tempted by the serpent's words and enticed by the fruit's appearance, gave in to her desire. She ate the fruit and then gave some to Adam, who also ate it. This act of disobedience had immediate and devastating consequences. Their eyes were opened, but not to the wisdom they sought. Instead, they became aware of their nakedness and felt ashamed. Fear and shame replaced their previous innocence and joy. The harmony of the garden was broken. They hid from God, their relationship fractured by their disobedience. When God came to spend time with Adam and Eve, as he did each day, he immediately knew something was wrong. "Where are you?" he called out. Adam and Eve's disobedience had shattered the perfect trust and communion they had with God. God confronted Adam and Eve about their disobedience. He cursed the serpent to crawl on its belly and live in hostility with humans. To the woman he said, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." And to Adam God said, "Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return." God then banished Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. They were forced to leave the paradise they had known and face a life of hardship and toil outside its protective walls. This act of banishment symbolizes the separation from God that sin creates. Despite their disobedience and the consequences that followed, God did not abandon Adam and Eve. He provided them with clothing and a promise of redemption. The story of Adam and Eve is a reminder that sin has consequences, but God's love and mercy are always available to those who seek Him.